good tonight. Yes!
She's a brick.
But I will say it was refreshing being with someone who wasn't afraid to tell me that she enjoyed my company.
I was on that. It was so much fun working with everyone. We did something that wasn't on TV.
Exactly.
And it was so much fun. And yeah, like a bunch of kids found it during COVID. And then after that, now it's on HBO, you know what I mean? And what are we doing on HBO?
Did you ever wonder why Living Single suddenly went off the air? This popular show, which celebrated Black friendships and life in the 1990s, had many fans. But one scene sparked a lot of debate.
It's part of my heritage. It is a statement of pride.
Some viewers loved it, while others thought it was too much. What was this controversial moment? Why did it upset so many people? Let's find out.
Eggplant.
Living Single first hit our screens in 1993, and it quickly became a beloved show for many TV fans. It was one of the few sitcoms that focused on the lives of young Black professionals. This show opened doors for others like The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air and even The Big Bang Theory. If you loved TV in the 90s, you probably watched Living Single. People still enjoy reruns today because it captures a magic we don't often see in modern shows.
I was on that. It was so much fun working with everyone. We did something that wasn't on TV.
Exactly.
And it was so much fun. And yeah, like a bunch of kids found it during COVID. And then after that, now it's on HBO, you know what I mean? And what are we doing on HBO?
Back then, sitcoms had a special charm. They tackled life in a way that felt real and relatable. Living Single wasn't just another show. It was a breath of fresh air. Unlike many shows that often highlighted struggles, it focused on the everyday lives of fun and successful Black characters. The characters weren't just stereotypes. They were real people with dreams, jobs, and friendships. They showed that Black individuals can be strong, successful, and still have a great time.
Just letting it all hang out.
Erika Alexander, who played Max, once mentioned in an interview how important it was to show Black representation on TV. She said that people like politicians and lawyers could see themselves in the characters. Living Single gave viewers hope and showed them what was possible in life. The cast included stars like Queen Latifah, Kim Coles, Erika Alexander, T.C. Carson, John Henton, and Kim Fields. Together, they created a tight-knit group of friends living in Brooklyn. Their names, Khadijah, Sinclair, Maxine, Kyle, Overton, and Regine, represented young professionals facing life's ups and downs.
So do you rent or own?
I'm renovating a townhouse.
Where'd you go to school?
The Cordon Bleu.
Getting to this level of fame wasn't easy, but Living Single broke the mold. Kim Coles, who played Sinclair, shared her thoughts on the show's impact during an interview with Entertainment Tonight. She talked about how powerful it was to see a Black man with locks working on Wall Street and a woman starting her own magazine. These characters represented Black people in a way that felt true and inspiring. The show also balanced serious topics with plenty of fun. It was lighthearted and packed with laugh-out-loud moments. The characters often found themselves in wild situations, like escorting a princess or chasing down a big news story. These funny plots kept viewers coming back for more. The mix of humor and heartfelt moments is what made Living Single such a hit. Even today, nearly 30 years later, Living Single remains popular. Clips from the show often trend on social media, reminding us of its charm. Recently, the final scene of the last episode went viral on TikTok, racking up millions of views. Fans were delighted to hear a character say a line that wasn't even in the script. This shows just how much people love this show. If you haven't watched it yet, it's time to check it out. You might just find your new favorite show.
Oh, we all look good tonight. Yes!
She's a brick.
However, people still wonder if the popular show Friends was really original or if it took ideas from Living Single. After the hit TV show came out in 1993, a year later, Friends appeared with a similar idea, but with an all-white cast. This has sparked debates over whether Friends was a ripoff of Living Single. In fact, Friends creators have even admitted to knowing about Living Single when they pitched their show. Queen Latifah, a star of Living Single, pointed out in interviews that Friends got a bigger budget, more attention, and more episodes, even though her show had a very similar setup. This raises questions about whether race played a role in how these shows were treated.
Yeah, I gotta agree with my little Maya Angelou here. Come on, girl, you can't quit.
This is not the first time Hollywood has done this. There have been other instances where ideas created by Black artists were reused by white creators and given more success. For example, The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air had a spin-off idea, but instead, Friends got made. There are stories like this all over the entertainment industry, where Black creativity is copied or taken without giving credit. The discussion about Friends and Living Single is important because it brings attention to how Black stories are sometimes overlooked, while similar white stories are celebrated. Even though Friends became a global phenomenon, many feel it's important to recognize Living Single for being one of the first shows to tell the story of friends living together in a big city. People who love Friends might not realize that another show paved the way for that style of storytelling. It's important to give credit where it's due and remember that the entertainment world has a history of borrowing ideas without always acknowledging their original sources, especially when it comes to Black creators.
It's part of my heritage. It is a statement of pride.
Living Single was a beloved show that many fans enjoyed. It followed the lives of Khadijah, Max, Sinclair, and Overton, and people loved their stories and friendships. However, things got a little rocky for the show in May 1997. Fox, the network airing Living Single, announced it would order 13 episodes for a 5th season. Fans were excited. They couldn't wait to see more of their favorite characters. But then something strange happened. Instead of showing the new season right away, the network delayed it. At first, Fox said the new episodes would air in January 1998. Later, they changed their minds again and announced that Living Single would come back on September 11, 1997, after canceling a different show called Rewind. When the 5th season finally started, many fans noticed it felt different. The energy seemed lower, and the jokes weren't as funny. Some people still watch, but it wasn't the same. Behind the scenes, the actors were unhappy too. They felt they weren't being paid enough and that Fox wasn't promoting the show like before. Many believe that Fox was focusing more on Friends, a new show that came out after Living Single. The final episode of the 5th season aired on January 1st, 1998, leaving fans with many questions. Was the show canceled? Would there be more episodes? Sadly, that was the last time new episodes of Living Single aired. The show ended without a proper goodbye, which upset many fans. They felt Living Single deserved better. Now let's shift our focus and see what the cast members are up to today.
Oh, God, he's here. It's Michael. He's here. All right.
Did you know that Kim Coles was not the first choice for her famous role as Sinclair on the show Living Single? It's true. The part was originally meant for someone else, Simone Jackson, also known as Monique. Monique is best known as Queen Latifah's best friend. When Monique decided not to take the role, it opened the door for Kim Coles, and boy, did she make the most of it. Kim Coles played the fun and lovable Sinclair, who worked as the receptionist at Khadijah's magazine company. Sinclair was always cheerful, a little clumsy, and full of quirky charm. One of the funniest moments was when she kept saying the word eggplant to practice her acting skills.
If you remove all language except for one word, it forces you to use that one word to express all emotion.
Kim brought Sinclair to life in such a funny and heartwarming way. Her character made everyone laugh with her sweet nature and silly actions. Before Living Single, Kim Coles was already known for her work on another popular show called In Living Color. She spent 2 years on that show before moving on to Living Single. When she joined Living Single, Kim was 31 years old. This new role was a big step forward for her career. The show quickly became a hit, and Sinclair became one of the most loved characters. Kim's talent for comedy was a big reason the show did so well. She made people laugh with her innocent and funny behavior, and her chemistry with the other actors was amazing. After Living Single, Kim continued to act in many other TV shows. She appeared on 6 Feet Under and My Wife and Kids, and she had a recurring role on The Gina Davis Show as Judy Owens. She also hosted a game show on BET called Pay It Off. Additionally, she was part of a comedy series on TBS. Over the years, Kim has stayed busy, making guest appearances on various TV shows. Some of her work even earned her nominations for important awards. showing that she is still a strong presence in the entertainment industry. Beyond acting, Kim Coles is also an author. She wrote a book called I'm Free, But It Will Cost You, which came out in 1998. In her book, she shares her life experiences and what it's like to be in showbiz. Thanks to her work as an actress and an author, Kim has built a net worth of around $3 million. In her personal life, Kim has been married twice. Her first marriage was to Aton Edwards, and they were together from 1985 to 1995. Later, she married Reggie McIver, a former SWAT officer, in 2015. Unfortunately, they split up in 2019. Even though her marriages didn't last, Kim has kept a positive attitude and remains a beloved star.
This magazine has become my whole life. Not much time for anything else.
But I guess it's been worth the sacrifice.
And then we have Queen Latifah became famous for playing Khadijah James, a smart and funny magazine publisher on the TV show Living Single. Khadijah was surrounded by a group of quirky friends, which made the show both funny and heartwarming. But there was a deeper, sad story behind the character Latifah played. Around her neck, Queen Latifah wore a key that was more than just jewelry. It held a lot of meaning for her. The key on Latifah's necklace was a tribute to her older brother, Lance Owens Jr. In 1992, Lance died in a motorcycle accident, and the key was to the very bike Queen Latifah had gifted him. Losing Lance was heartbreaking for her. They were very close. Latifah was only 22 when her brother passed away, and the key became a way to keep his memory alive. Wearing it while acting on Living Single was her quiet way of honoring him, keeping his spirit close as she worked. Before Living Single, Queen Latifah was already popular in the music industry. At just 19 years old, she released her first rap album and quickly became a big name in hip-hop. When she joined the show, she was 23 and ready to make her mark on television, too.
Just another day around the way. Feeling good today.
Fans loved her for her confidence and talent, but few knew about the painful loss she was dealing with in her personal life. The key necklace reminded her of her brother every day and was a symbol of their bond. Queen Latifah's life wasn't easy. Just a few years after losing her brother, she faced another terrifying moment. In 1995, she and her boyfriend at the time, Sean Moon, were victims of a carjacking. During the incident, Sean was shot. Thankfully, he survived, but the experience was traumatic for Latifah. She later shared that these painful events made her stronger and helped shape her into the person she is today. After Living Single, Queen Latifah's acting career took off. She began landing roles in major films. One of her first big movie roles was in Set It Off in 1996, where she played a tough character, showcasing her range as an actress. Over the years, she starred in many different kinds of movies, including comedies like Bringing Down the House and Taxi, as well as musicals like Hairspray. Her ability to move between music, TV, and movies made her respected in Hollywood. She showed that she could do it all, and her success in these fields earned her many fans.
Jumped in the right cab today. I don't usually stop for white guys. My way of balancing the universe.
Queen Latifah didn't just stop at acting. She also had her own talk show, The Queen Latifah Show, which ran from 1999 to 2001. Her show was inspired by Oprah Winfrey's style of connecting with people and discussing important topics. Latifah's career has been full of achievements. She's been nominated for an Academy Award for Best Supporting Actress, won a Grammy, an Emmy, a Golden Globe, and has received many NAACP Image Awards. Her influence has inspired other artists like Lauryn Hill, Megan Thee Stallion, and Keke Palmer. Today, with a net worth of around $70 million, she has achieved incredible success across music, TV, and film. Despite being in the public eye, Queen Latifah has kept her personal life mostly private. For many years, people wondered about her relationships and her sexuality, but she rarely spoke about it. In 2021, at the BET Awards, she finally shared a glimpse of her personal life, acknowledging her relationship with Ebony Nichols and their son. It was a touching moment as she expressed her love for her family and her decision to live her truth on her own terms. Now at 53 years old, Queen Latifah is still busy. She continues to act, make music, and advocate for issues she cares about. Through her talents, resilience, and determination, Queen Latifah has become a role model for many, proving that with strength and passion, one can overcome personal struggles and succeed in many areas of life.
Stay upstairs. I gotta go.
Moving on to Kim's journey is impressive, but her character Regine's life was also different from everyone else's in Living Single. And that difference is clear when you look at her on-screen love interest, Overton, played by John Henton. John Henton's path to fame was unusual. In 1991, he performed stand-up comedy and caught the attention of a talent scout from The Tonight Show, starring Johnny Carson. His performance on that show gave his career a big boost. Soon after, he landed the role of Overton on Living Single, the friendly handyman who was in love with Sinclair, played by Kim Coles. After Living Single, John starred on the TV show The Hughleys alongside comedian D.L. Hughley. But in 2000, his life took a scary turn. John was in a terrible car accident that broke both his legs, shattered one of his eye sockets, and knocked out 9 of his teeth. He needed plastic surgery to rebuild his face. Despite this, John didn't let the accident stop him. He went back to work on The Hughleys and continued acting. However, John decided to step away from television later on. His last TV appearances were in 2009 and 2014, but after that, he shifted his focus back to stand-up comedy. These days, John performs regularly at comedy clubs, where he's happy making people laugh on the stage rather than on the screen.
But I will say it was refreshing being with someone who wasn't afraid to tell me that she enjoyed my company.
Terrence T.C. Carson became a household name when he played Kyle Barker on the popular TV show Living Single. Kyle was charming, smart, and successful, quickly becoming a fan favorite. Many people loved his character and admired Carson's performance, but Carson's journey in Hollywood hasn't been all smooth. He faced many struggles behind the scenes on Living Single, and his challenges didn't stop when the show ended.
We're through. It's over. Don't want you. Bye-bye.
Before joining Living Single, Carson had already shown his talent in theater. He performed in well-known musicals like The Wiz and Dreamgirls, where he impressed audiences with his singing and acting. In 1991, he also appeared in the comedy film Livin' Large, giving another strong performance that helped him build his career. But his time on Living Single, which brought him fame, also came with difficulties that would affect his future. In an interview with Comedy Hype, Carson shared the hard truth about his career after Living Single. After he left the show, rumors began spreading that he was difficult to work with. Some people in the industry claimed he wasn't prepared or didn't put in enough effort. Carson said these rumors were completely false, but they still damaged his reputation. Because of these accusations, he had trouble finding work. Casting directors didn't want to take a chance on him, thinking he was a troublemaker. For Carson, this was heartbreaking, as he knew these stories weren't true but were still stopping him from doing what he loved. This experience wasn't just about Carson, it highlights a bigger problem in Hollywood. Many Black actors have faced similar issues, being unfairly labeled as difficult without real reasons. Once a rumor like that starts, it can be very hard to shake off. For Black actors, this kind of unfair treatment often limits their opportunities and makes it harder for them to succeed. Carson's story reminds us that these problems are real and still exist in the industry today. It's an issue that Hollywood needs to address and fix. The rumors also took a toll on Carson's personal life. Being unfairly accused and struggling to find work affected him deeply. In Hollywood, reputation is incredibly important. If people believe you're difficult to work with, you can miss out on good opportunities, even if the accusations aren't true. Carson found himself in this exact situation. What made things worse was that, after Living Single, he wasn't offered roles that matched his talent and experience. He wanted to take on meaningful roles that showed his skills, but instead he was left with very few options. Carson's story of being blackballed is unfortunately a familiar one for many Black actors. They face similar struggles where a few negative rumors or unfair judgments can seriously harm their careers.
Ladies, I've got good news and I couldn't wait till you got home to rub your noses in it.
Kim Fields is best known for playing Regine Hunter on the popular TV show Living Single. Regine was a flashy character, always trying to show off, but she had a special charm that made her stand out from the rest of the group. But did you know that Kim Fields, who played Regine, has a story of her own that's just as interesting? Kim Fields grew up in the entertainment world. Her mom, Chip Fields, was a singer, actress, and TV director. Kim started acting when she was very young. Before living single, she was already famous for playing Dorothy Tootie Ramsey on the show The Facts of Life, a popular sitcom in the 1980s. This role made Kim a star and launched her career in Hollywood.
All right, which one of you lucky people is going to zip me up?
Not me, baby. You know, unzipping.
After Living Single ended, Kim didn't disappear from the spotlight. She switched gears and started directing. Kim has worked on several Tyler Perry movies and even directed episodes of the TV show Let's Stay Together on BET. She also appeared on The Real Housewives of Atlanta in 2015, though she was only on the show for one season. In 2016, she competed on Dancing with the Stars and finished in 8th place. Most recently, she starred in the Netflix comedy series The Upshaws with Mike Epps and Wanda Sykes.
So Khadijah's in a bind. Doesn't anyone care about me? Damn!
Living Single wouldn't have been the same without Kim Coles as Sinclair. Her character brought so much joy and laughter to the show. But Sinclair wasn't the only standout character. Maxine, another favorite on the show, was also a big hit. Maxine, played by Erika Alexander, was a tough lawyer who added a lot of energy to the group's dynamic. She might have been a high-powered attorney, but she didn't bring order to their crazy, funny group. Instead, she added even more chaos and laughs. Erika is an actress many people remember for her role as Pam Tucker on The Cosby Show. This part helped her become famous in the 1990s. After her time on The Cosby Show, she continued to shine in the world of acting and became a household name. But her work goes far beyond sitcoms, and she's had a busy and meaningful career ever since. In 1990, around the same time she played Cousin Pam, Erika starred alongside Whoopi Goldberg in the movie The Long Walk Home. This was an important movie that talked about the civil rights movement, and it helped show Erika's range as an actress. However, one of Erika's most famous roles came a few years later. She played Maxine Shaw on the hit show Living Single, which was a popular sitcom that ran for 5 years. People loved Maxine for her smart, tough, and funny personality. This role made Erika even more well-known and cemented her place as a strong presence in TV history.
Anything you have to say to me, you can say in front of my girls.
Fine, will you have dinner with me tonight?
Yes!
After Living Single, Erika kept working in television. She made guest appearances on well-loved shows like Grey's Anatomy and Queen Sugar. She also had a recurring role as Tess Shoemaker in the sci-fi drama Beyond, which aired on Freeform. But one of her most significant roles in recent years was in the Oscar-nominated film Get Out, 2017. Erika's role in this powerful movie added another layer to her acting skills and showed she could tackle serious topics. Erika also joined the cast of Season 2 of Bosch, a crime drama on Amazon Prime. Her ability to play different types of characters has kept her career going strong for many years. But Erika isn't just about acting. She's also using her platform to talk about important issues. One of her most notable projects outside of acting is her podcast, Finding Tamika. This podcast shines a light on the rising number of missing young African-American girls. Erika believes these girls aren't getting enough attention or help from the police, and she's using her voice to raise awareness. Through her podcast, she's telling the stories of the families who feel left behind, and she's pushing for more action to be taken.